If you want to find out the best way to make an office quiz, then check out this little video. Now, I have been testing this for some time to find out like what are the best and most reliable options for you. And of course, this is my opinion. I'm in Forms here, Microsoft Office Forms, and I'm going to select quiz. Now, just make sure that you are selecting new quiz and not new form. And you can just double confirm that by clicking on the drop down arrow and then selecting new quiz. Here we go. Okay, before we start playing around or adding the details in, let's have a look at some of these options up here. Preview. Sorry, I just clicked on that real quick. That shows you what the person filling in the form will see. I'll be checking back on that in a little bit. Theme allows you to select the colors. Now, sometimes I get these theme ideas that don't always appear, which is pretty cool. And then you've got some colors and then these like kind of default cartoon style options, like 2 men skiing in the snow on the mountains. You can also, if we scroll down here, click on the plus and you can add in your own color or image. So I played around with this earlier because I wanted to see what colors I could choose, and I got this. So this is referring to the hex code, and unless you know your hex codes off by heart, I would suggest you head over to a website that you can find them conveniently. I like this one. And then select a color from there. So I'm going to go for this hex code. So I'm just going to select on that, and it copies it automatically to the clipboard. And I'm going to go back in here and then paste it in. Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Anyway, that's theme. Then you've got share. Now, share is just like the options of how you can share, right? You've got 3 options under the send and collect responses. So anyone in the world with the link. People in your organization is the second one. So they'll have to sign in using their Office 365 email address. And specific people in your organization. So you can then put their names in here. So let's give that a quick test to see if it picks up. It does. Awesome. So that'll be only for that person. But we're just going to leave it open. So anyone can fill it in. Then you've got shorten the URL. So if you're going to copy and paste that and put it into an email, that might be worthwhile. You've also got email. So if you want to email it directly from here, it will open up whatever email application opening that. You've got QR code, which is pretty handy. You can download that and then share as well. And then you've got embed. So if you want to embed that into your LibGuides, Google Sites, or other web page, web editor, domain. Okay, you can do that. Be careful now with the collaboration link. Only share this link with people that you want to edit the form with. It has happened before where a colleague of mine has shared the collaboration link with students. And unfortunately, well, they were able to change the questions. They didn't know they were changing the questions, but there you go. So please tread carefully with the collaboration link. If you want to play it safe, and you want to share your hard work with some of your colleagues and your pals, just go ahead and then select copy under share as a template. That will leave you safe in the knowledge that they will never be able to change your beautiful quiz. So that's the sharing options. Then you've got a whole bunch down in here in the ... and then settings. So you've got show results automatically, which is a popular choice if you want to get that instant feedback. And then you've got those same share options from before. And then you've got options for responses. So you've got accept. So it just immediately accepts responses, which you can uncheck when you want to stop. You've got start and end date. So let's click on those. Of course, you can just, when do you want to stop and start collecting those? You can shuffle questions, which just change the order of the questions. Show progress bar, which we cannot select at the minute because we don't have any questions in. Customize your thank you message, which you can, put something personalized in there. And yes, allow receipts of responses. So whoever's filling in your form will get a receipt. And if you want to get spammed as well, go ahead and feel free to click that get email notification. I would suggest no, though. So I'm going to take off those two. And then I'm going to now personalize this quiz. Now, this is topical, current, and we're getting ready to go into lockdown here in Shanghai. So we're going to call it the lockdown special. Okay, and then please complete all questions. So you can just put in the description or whatever instructions you feel that your audience needs. And then we're going to select add new. Now, I have tested this to death. And even though you've got all these options like rating, date, ranking, Likert scale, upload files, net promoter. At the minute, like the kind of quiz I'm thinking about, honestly, choice and text are the only two realistic options. And maybe I'll make a separate video about why that is, but that's where I'm at the minute. So we're going to start off our beautiful quiz with a choice. And this question is, when is Pushy going into lockdown? Oh, spoiler alert if you don't know this already, it's Friday. But we will put in two choices here, okay, to keep people guessing. Thursday, the 31st of March. So they got two choices. And at this point, we want to select the correct one. So just click that little, check that little tick or check the box. And then allocate a point, which is something I forget. You can also do multiple answers as well, which we're not going to do, but that means you can just select more than one answer. And also required. So I'm going to select or deselect multiple and then select required. You've also got other options in here like shuffle the options, drop down math, subtitle, and so on. We won't be exploring any of those in this video. This is just about getting a quiz with your choice and text out. We've got Friday and Thursday, so our correct and incorrect answers. And then we want to give that immediate feedback, that message for the people who choose the correct one. So I'm going to put in congrats. We hope you got your supplies. And then this one is, sorry, looks like you planned a day too early. Okay, there's something in there. We have our question, we have our correct answers, we have our points and everything. What, for me, my workflow is just, I want to see what this looks like for the people who are filling it in. And we can actually test that with using the preview button here. So if I select preview, this now shows us what a person who's filling in the form for real would say, or the quiz. So when is Pushy going into lockdown? And then if I select Thursday, click submit, they get this and they can submit no response. And they can also view results. So let's click on view results. You can see it was wrong there at 0 points. But let's go back and then do the correct answer. So select, submit, view results, boom. 1 point, not bad. And yep, that's great. That's fantastic. That works. That's exactly what we were hoping for. And just while we're here, actually, these are all our options that the person can see. So you got the accessibility feature here.
Lockdown special.
Ooh.
Please complete all questions.
Pretty cool. Okay, the immersive reader, always handy to have there. And then you've got disable immersive reader if you don't want it. This had another question. Now, like I said earlier on, I only would, in my opinion, recommend using choice and text. Text is pretty cool. I would recommend not setting this to automatic feedback, and I'll show you why. So this thing about a question is topical as well. What item is very, or what category of food item? What category of food item is very difficult to get? Okay. Normally what I would suggest is you add your point, make it required. Okay, this is a quiz. But I don't recommend putting in the answer. Let me show you why. If we do select it, okay, and if I put in here veggies, right? Unless the person filling in this form types in veggies, which I think is unlikely to be honest, they're going to get it wrong. Let's look at what happens. So I select preview. So Friday, and then if I put in here veggies with 1G, and then click submit, few results, it's actually wrong. You have to spell it exactly how you've typed it in the correct answer. So I would just take off the answer. That way, let's just go back and test it. They don't get a point. So they just get 1 out of 2, and then you can check that for them. Just actually before we finish up here, there are a couple of other options that you might want to explore. For example, food category 1, if I want to add an image here or video, you can use Bing search, type veggies. We can use Bing, which is pretty cool because it doesn't require VPN. You can add that in directly. And again, you can just select preview to see what it looks like. Go back, and then you can play around with each one. And you can actually add those images in here as well. And we can add in one here too. So I saw a video earlier. I wonder if we can... oh, you have to paste something in from Stream. Oh, that's pretty cool. Or YouTube. So, I mean, if you were exploring how to do quizzes for, I don't know, like a video essay or something like that, you could put the link in there. Okay, so that covers kind of my tips for making a quiz in Microsoft Office Forms. And hope it helps. And I'll see you in a bit.